Muhammad Ali, the ways he changed America from Black Pride to laying the groundwork for rap, how the greatest of all time left an impact on our nation. Muhammad Ali transformed the world of sports, winning the heavyweight title 3 times. It started off by him shocking the world when he defeated Sonny Liston in 1964. This made him the youngest boxer to beat a heavyweight champion. Ali is considered one of the greatest boxers ever to enter the ring. His achievements in the ring may have earned him the title of Sports Illustrated Sportsman of the Century in 1999. Outside of the boxing ring, he was most recognizable and beloved figure. The only things quicker than his fists and feet were his mind and mouth. Speaking to the truth and power, he said things in a confrontational, even arrogant manner America was not yet prepared to hear, especially coming out of the mouth of a young black man, expressing himself with force and forthrightness, not to mention no small amount of charm and charisma. Ali became a symbol of dignity and self-determination to several generations of African Americans. Introducing black power to white America, the new heavyweight champion announced that he was changing his given slave name of Cassius Clay to Muhammad Ali, one chosen for him by Elijah Muhammad. Many sports writers and even some of Ali's boxing rivals refused to address him by his name, continued to call him Cassius Clay. Ali said, I know where I'm going and I know the truth and I don't have to be what you want me to be. Ali said at his first post-championship press conference, I'm free to be what I want. In the months and years that followed, Ali transformed himself from being merely a boxing champ to a champion of his people, speaking out against injustice and racial inequality. He was frequently misunderstood by the media, which at the time was almost exclusively white. At the height of the rights era, his embrace of the Nation of Islam, rejection of racial integration was seen by many as just another form of bigotry. The Nation of Islam was considerably feared at the time and targeted by the FBI, and throughout the rest of his life, he was called on to act as an ambassador for his religion as probably the most famous Muslim American in history, other than perhaps his mentor Malcolm X. Ali left the Nation of Islam for the mainstream Sunni Islam in 1975, devoting much of his later life to charitable work. After 9/11 happened, he spoke out against the terrorist attacks. He said, "This really hurts me because Islam is peace and it is not violent." He said, "The few that do these things makes the religion look bad." His commitment to freedom of speech and of religion truly shows. In March 1966, Ali became eligible to serve in the military. He became headlines around the world when he refused his induction into the U.S. Armed Forces. The Vietnam War was still supported by a majority of Americans at this time. Ali's decision to speak out against it was hugely controversial. Politicians and the media called him a coward and a traitor. Ali explained by saying, "How can I shoot all those poor people? Can't you just take me to jail?" He paid a heavy price. He was stripped of his title and sentenced to 5 years in prison, and he was banned from boxing for 3.5 years. Everything was taken away from him. But Ali's principle stand jump started the 60s and anti-war movement and helped encourage MLK to come against the conflict in Vietnam in April 1967. He became a popular speaker on college campuses during his exile from the ring, and in 1971 his conviction was overturned by the Supreme Court in a unanimous vote. Ali had a huge impact on the entertainment industry. He cut his first album in 1963 when he was still Cassius Clay on spoken word record called I Am the Greatest. The album chart was nominated for a Grammy, though Ali would have to wait until 1976 to earn his next Grammy nomination. Ali brought the playful trash talking of African American traditions from playgrounds and street corners into the mainstream. His considerable freestyle skills, Ali's early media appearances featured him holding court with rhymeness and flow, and that would one day become the typical of old school MCs like Run DMC and LL Cool J. Ali brought a touch of greatness to the most brutal of athletic pursuits. As he aged, he grew more wistful, and his non-rhyme pronouncements often took the form of inspirational epigrams such as "A man who views the world the same at 50 as he did at 20. He has wasted 30 years of his life despite his silence over the last 3 decades as Parkinson's disease robbed him of his quick silver tongue. He remained a powerful example for future generations of hip hop. Ali's presence remained at the heart of hip hop, a philosopher and poet hiding behind the fierce countenance of a warrior. Ali's most famous songs are "Stand By Me" and "I Am the Greatest." "Stand By Me" is how he wants to stand strong and how he's just showing his braveness and courage. And "I Am the Greatest," he's talking about his success in the ring and outside of the ring.